Chris Imbimbo, and I'm 47 years old. I'm married for 23 years, have a family of 6 kids. I'm a software developer at B2B Visions in Ramsey, New Jersey, and I'm also a Geek Squad agent at Best Buy in Riverdale, New Jersey. I was a big science fiction fan when I was growing up, still am. Star Trek, that's, big fan of them, the movies, the TV show, etc. If you think about it, technology on Star Trek is kind of used today. The communicator is basically a flip phone. Uhura's earpiece is Bluetooth. Technology-centric themes in those books, TV, etc., TV shows, movies, etc., kind of got me in that mindset. I've been working with computers since, I'd say, around 1980. My first experience was at high school. They had the old cathode ray tube terminals hooked up into the school network, and you can play games on them. But at the same time, you could look at the source code of the games. And I thought it was interesting that you can control it. Instead of just it doing what it wants, you can make it do what you want. In the 90s was very prosperous. And I had, let me see, Caitlin, Chelsea, Daniel, Josh, and Kevin. It's 5 kids in a span of 8 years. All in the 90s when it was okay to do it because everybody was doing great. I eventually got a job with a company called Micro Business Consulting, and I was getting raises quite often there. I got raises at least once or twice a year. No, like once a year, once every 2 years. And it was going really good at that time. Downfall began probably coincidentally when George Bush took office. We got attacked on September 11th, and then we got plunged into a war with Iraq, and then the economy started going down. So at that time, my raises stopped. And then this was going on for like 7 or 8 years, really. I didn't get any raises. I was still working at the same place. They've changed ownership. And then I got a pay cut. I think it was at least, like $10,000 pay cut or more. I had 6 kids. I had a 6th child. 2003, I had Kylie. So I had 6 kids in a shitty economy. Prices were going up, gas was going up. Before 2010, because things were so bad, I had declared bankruptcy. So that was pretty much a downer. And then, decided that I really need to get a steady job, a steady second job. My daughter had been working there, and she was working in the cameras and computers. And then she suggested to me that maybe I could work there at the Geek Squad. So I started working there, and I started enjoying it. It was an interesting job. Well, I like it because you get to see all the latest technology. You get to see things that maybe you wouldn't have seen if you weren't in a store that sold the latest technology. You see a whole different, all sorts of different people come in. And it's like everybody has their own little story. I'd say 90% of the people that work at Best Buy are in their 20s, and I'm 47 years old, so. Sometimes just feel a little out of place there, but try my best to integrate there as best as possible, because obviously most of this I could be I'm old enough to be their father, but it is what it is. I mean, the kids are going to come out of college are going to know more than me, because I have a certain skill set that I learned over a span of 20 years. Downside is being very tired, for one thing, because I'm working. I leave home at 8. Got to work at 9, then I'm working 9 to 6, and at 6 o'clock I go to Best Buy, get there at 6:30, and I'm working there 9:30 to 10. The challenge is to stay awake. The motivation right now, staying motivated, would be to be able to stay in my house, be able to pay my bills. That's the whole reason I'm working 2 jobs, basically to keep up with expenses. I'm working towards trying to get to the point where I don't have to have 2 jobs anymore. I'd like to, at some point, have to have just 1 job like normal people. Who knows when that's going to happen? Hopefully it'll happen sooner than later, but if it doesn't, then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Still very interested in technology. That's not going to fade just because I'm working 2 jobs and I'm tired. Not getting my college degree, that'd be one regret. It might have changed things, maybe put me in a better position. Who knows? Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Can't change the past, so you just gotta continue with what you got. My wife is working 2 jobs as well, so we're both working. We're both working our asses off. So we're doing a little. I wouldn't say much better, but we're doing better than we did when I was just working 1 job and she was working 0 jobs. Yeah, I definitely have optimism. It's because the future can only. Because I already hit rock bottom. I don't think it can get any worse than that. Having bankruptcy and pay cut in the same year, so it can only get better after that. Things are going to turn around sooner or later, so it's just it might take a little longer than I want, but I'm trying to stay positive, continue trying to excel at both jobs, stay focused, know that this isn't permanent. I'm sure that there are a lot of other people that are in my situation as well. They're working 2 jobs, working their asses off. There's light at the end of the tunnel somewhere, and hopefully I'll get there sooner or later, because this can't go on forever. So hopefully the light at the end of the tunnel will come.